Chapter 2 HTML. In this chapter, we will study headings tag, paragraph tag, emphasis tag, strong tag, VIU tags. So let's start with what is HTML and how it gives structure to the text. HTML gives structure to the text so the browser can display text according to the developer. HTML gives page structure by using headings and paragraphs. Whenever we read an article, newspaper, book, magazine, we see it mostly structured in headings and paragraphs. And whenever we are reading any text and it is structured, we enjoy reading more. So because of the headings and paragraphs, HTML gives structure to the text. Heading tag. The heading are 6 tags: H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. H1 tag represents the main heading tag. H1 is the most important heading tag. H2 tag represents the subheading. H2 tag represents a heading tag which is less important than H1. H3 tag represents subheading. H3 is less important than H2. H4 tag represents subheading. H4 is less important than H3 tag. H5 is less important than H4 tag. H6 tag is less important than H5 tag. So in heading tags, we have got 6 tags: H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag, H4 tag, H5 tag, H6 tag. H1 tag is the most important, H6 is the least important. Their sizes from H1 to H6 keeps on decreasing. And how they are used, we will study in the later chapters. How to use H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. We will study these below examples in a program later, but let's study it in theory. H1 tag. How do we represent H1 tag? Angle brackets, that is less H1 greater. These are angle brackets. Then heading, which is the content. Heading 1, which is the content. Then the closing tag H1. So this is a H1 element. That is opening H1 tag, heading, then closing H1 tag. Opening H2 tag, heading 2 and closing H2 tag. H3 tag, heading 3, H3, closing H3 tag. H4 tag, H4 heading, that is heading 4, then closing H4 tag. H5 tag, heading H5 and closing H5 tag. H6 tag, heading H6 and closing H6 tag. H1 through H6 is a semantic tag. Semantic tags are descriptive tags. They describe the purpose of the content for both the browsers and the developer. That means whenever we are using headings H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, they are semantic tags as we are told, as we know now. So they are descriptive tags, so they have got a meaning. Accordingly, the browsers and the developers come to know the purpose of the content. Importance of heading. Search engines such as Google use headings to understand the topic, content, context and hierarchy of a web pages. Headings are used by browsers, search engines and assistive technologies to index, understand, and structure the content of a web page. That means, suppose if we are also reading a heading and we come across main heading and a subheading, so if the main heading is according to our taste or if according to something important, we will know this is important. In the same way, headings are used by Google or search engines, browsers to index and understand and structure the content of a web page. Headings are used by browsers to index content, which we have earlier studied. Don't use them for font size. SEO benefit. Keywords are boosted in headings. Assistive technology AT, such as screen readers for navigation of content, use headings and other landmarks as signposts. Heading tag example. Let's do a practical using VS Code. We will double click the VS Code icon and this page will appear of the VS Code. We have a already HTML folder in the desktop. Then you see this is new file, new folder, refresh and collapse folders in Explorer. So already we have a folder HTML which is open. In that we will make a file, click on the new file. Then we have to enter the name of the file as, let's write it, first.html. HTML is the extension that it is a HTML file. Enter. Now the HTML file is created. Now you have to write the code. Write exclamation mark. Now we see Emmet abbreviation. Okay. Emmet abbreviation is that when this is a inbuilt function of VS Code. So when we click on exclamation mark, then the boilerplate, that is the standard code which is always used, standard HTML code which is always used, is there. Now what we have to do, as earlier studied in chapter 1, @doctype HTML, it shows it is a HTML file with using HTML5. Then HTML lang equal to en, English language of the code. HTML is using English. Then the head tag, head opening tag, head closing tag, and it contains meta data. Title tag, let's write title as headings. Now in the body we'll start writing the heading tags. First we will start with the opening h1 tag. Automatically in VS Code, the opening tag is there, closing tag appears. Now we will write heading 1. Now we will save this file. This is an unsaved file, so we will save it. Untitled first. Now we will write H2 heading, H2 capital, not capital. We can write, but H2 in small is preferred. H2 tag, heading 2. Now file, save. Okay, let's close the extensions which I've opened. Now it is saved in HTML folder on the right hand side, and we will double click on it. Then the first HTML file opens first. Now you can see heading 1, heading 2. We have written the HTML code using h1 tag, and heading was written as the content. So heading 1 and heading 2, heading 1 is a bigger size and heading 2 is a smaller size. We can write more headings. Right, let's see. We will write all the 6 headings and see the difference. H3 tag, H3 heading 3, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Then H4, H4 opening tag, then heading heading 4, then H4 closing tag is already there, all thanks to VS Code. Then H5 tag, and the closing H5 tag is there. Then we will write heading 5. In heading 4 we have not written the phone number. Then we can write anything instead of heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. We are just writing, so we will be able to identify the difference easily. Heading 5, then H caps lock, H6, opening and closing tags are there. HEADING, heading 6. Now file, save, then double click on the HTML folder first. Now you see heading 1 is the biggest, highest, that is, it is most prominent. Heading 2 becomes less, then heading 3 becomes less in size, heading 4 more less, heading 5 more less, and heading 6 more less. In the same way, heading 1 will have the most important, will be the most important. Whatever is written in heading 1 will be given most importance. Heading 2 will be less importance, heading 3 even less importance, so on up to heading 6. Now we can use one more live server, that is in the VS Code. Let's maximize it. In the VS Code, let's go to extension. It is where the hand sign is there. You see extension, control plus shift plus X written. Click on extension and live server we want. So live server extension. It is by Ritvik Day. Click on it. It is already in. Now you can see live server Ritvik Day on the middle of the screen. It is disable and uninstall option. Already I have installed it, so it is given like this. You will get install option. You install it and let's see the miracle that it does. Okay, now we have already written the code. Let's format it. Where is the format option? Edit, select, view, go, run, terminal. Format option we are not able to get. Edit, selection, view, go, terminal, help. Let's see if we can do it with right click. Format document. When we right click in the, there is one option, right click the mouse, format document, and we can say it is written in a very it is made into a very presentable code. Now come to the right hand side, second line, show preview. Now you see this is because of the live server. Whatever now we make changes in the code, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, it is being shown. So we can write something and see what's happening in the live server. Yes, heading 1. So you see, yes is already displayed. In the, and this is showing what? This is showing the what will be appearing in the browser. It is being displayed that. Let's see what is being displayed in the browser. Yes, we have to refresh it. We haven't saved it. That is the reason it is not showing in the browser. File, save. Now let's see in the browser. Heading 1. Refresh. Yes, heading 1. So this is the browser, and this is the way your web page will start appearing. Now let's go to next topic, that is heading tag example we have studied. Now the next topic is paragraph tag. In HTML, every paragraph is enclosed in a p tag. Example, whatever is written in paragraph tag, that is p tag, will be treated as one paragraph. If we give spaces in paragraph, only one single space will be taken into consideration while using p tag. So let's see what more. P tag example, paragraph tag example. So let's do the practical. Now we have this heading. Now we will do some paragraph practice. So let's write a paragraph. P tag is for paragraph tag. Now p tag is there. Okay. Now what do we write? This is a paragraph. Th. This is a paragraph. And we will give three spaces in it. Let's close this thing. Okay, and we will give three spaces in it. How we will give? Let's start with 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and third we will give three spaces. First space, second space, third space, and we will write fourth dot. Now let's see this in browser. How do we get the browser? Double click on the folder in which you have kept the file and double click on the file. Now here it is showing as heading 1. Have we saved the file? We have first file, save, then the browser, you refresh it. Now see, this is a paragraph and we will give 3 spaces in it, 1, 2 and 4th. We have given 3 spaces in between, but the spaces only one is considered. Let's check it again. Instead of 4, let's keep a lot of gap between 2 and 4th. 2 and 4. And file, save. Okay, now internet, now browser, refresh. 4th has become 4 because, and we have given lots of spaces in between, but there is only one space showing. So in a paragraph only one space is. How much space we give in between a paragraph, only one space will be considered. So that's for paragraph. And next will be, let's see, paragraph tag is there and we use it to write paragraphs. And let's see what is next. Emphasis and importance, that is important tags. Now for emphasis, this is angular brackets EM is written, that is emphasis tag, and for important, strong tag is used. According to semantic HTML, elements for emphasis and importance, we will study emphasis tag and strong tag. So let's see. For emphasis in angle brackets EM, and for important tag angle brackets and strong in. Though these are the tags to emphasize for emphasis tag, to emphasize a word, we put stress on that word. With emphasis tag, we do the same. Example PUR, emphasis, opening emphasis tag, OK, closing emphasis tag and closing paragraph tag. Opening and closing paragraph. In between opening and closing paragraph tag, we have written a sentence, you are OK, and we just want to stress on the word OK, you are OK. So we have put it inside the emphasis tag. So, but it will appear somewhat in a different writing, and when screen reader will read the sentence, it will read the word OK in different tone, while displaying it will be displayed in italics. So emphasize a word, we use the emphasis tag. And let's see what is next. Strong tag. It is for important words. When some word is important, we use strong tag. It will be read by the screen reader with stress on the word. It will be displayed by the browser in bold. You have done a strong tag, opening and closing in between, good job. Suppose you want to stress on the word good job, so you have done a good job. So, and it will appear in bold, and while reading the screen reader will put stress on it. Now let's see examples of emphasis and strong tags. Let's open our VS Code. Here we will open up a show preview. That is because of live server. Whatever changes we will make in the code without saving also, we will get the result on the preview. But to get it on the live browser, We have to save the file. First is emphasis tag. Now emphasis. We will write a sentence and emphasize one word. Paragraph, we are using paragraph tags, opening and closing paragraph tags. Now we will write you are, now emphasis tag, E M OK, emphasis tag. You can see on the right hand side the preview. It is written you last sentence in the white screen. You are OK. That is the preview screen of the live server. You are OK. OK is written in italics. To show that it is something different, not normal OK. So to emphasize a word, we use the emphasis tag, opening emphasis tag and closing emphasis tag. We want to put stress on something, then we use emphasis. Then there is one more, strong. Opening and closing paragraph tag, and we will write strong tag. You have done a strong tag. Let's start with strong. That is something important. Strong, good job. So now good job is being highlighted in the preview. You see, you have done a good job. Good job is showing in bold to stress that it is something important. Then BIU tags. I tag, it represents some text which is different from the normal text which was earlier done by italics, like technical terms, foreign words, taxonomic designation, a thought. Bold tag is used for which was earlier done by bold, like product names, keywords, lead sentences. U, the underline. The text which was earlier conveyed by underline is done by U tag, like misspelling proper name. So U tag is conveyed by U in angle brackets, and it is used for misspelling proper name, so on. That's all for this chapter. Thank you. I hope you liked it and understood. If any doubts in anything, you can write in the comment section.